See this? So it comes in, circles that other area, goes like boom. So, we see these every single night we're out. It's just this particular person had a camera that captured it. Um, Here it comes. Yeah. Goes in, turns. This is not an airplane. It went around one that looked like an aircraft. Next. So this event, there's a whole chapter of the book called The Orion Transmission. Now, this is a strange event that happened at Joshua Tree again, a different year. I believe I didn't see the year. 2008 is when this happened. So you hear me talking. There were eventually several objects up around Orion that would light up and signal to us and light up and signal to us. And at that moment, we had a radar detector. We're in the middle of an 800,000, and it starts doing this sequence. It does it for 23 minutes. And it ends up, it's a very specific sequence that we recorded, and then we basically translate it in the last chapter of the book. If you have read that book. There, see, boom. So what are these things? We call them flash bulbs. We'll be out there, and there'll be an object that just lights up for an instant. Sometimes so bright it'll light up the whole circle. Other times it's very faint, and it's stationary. And at one point, we had 12 of them simultaneously up around this area that were going on and off and moving around. So anyway, we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these sort of things. So these are just examples of the different kind of phenomenon that happen when we're out under the stars doing the 65 protocols. So we turn that off, but because this goes on for a long time. The idea here is you have to have preparation for all the bizarre ways that this happens. Everyone's expecting, a movie from Hollywood, and the ship lands, and you get out and shake it. There have been events like that with the healers right there beside this man. And if the photograph is an unretouched real photograph. But most of the time, it's all kinds of almost abstract communication events that happen. Now, it can happen in consciousness where you get messages. It can happen through the electronic devices. So you should have some of these electronic devices, and that's in the CE5 Contact app. What you should have, how to get them. You should have, if you can, very good cameras and also night vision binoculars. The other phenomenon that happens quite frequently is where we're doing this, and you hear either the ETs talking or walking. But usually with the naked eye, you're not going to see anything. Because if they were visual 3D, then they'd be likely struck or hit by a terrestrial energy weapon. So as we've gone through, I started out this segment with this more and more evolution in technology where ETs can be targeted, it has resulted in them doing different phenomena that's more and more subtle, right? And I think that will change if we can get these illegal operations stood down. There will be the potential for much, much, much more contact that will be expressed. Ultimately, this is sort of an experimental program that's setting up, let's call it the morphogenic field, if you want to look that up. But the sort of the 1% effect, where enough people do this,